Okay, I'm going to explain to you today how the blinker assembly on a Jeep is wired in. So I'm working on a CJ5 Jeep, and this here is the bulb assembly for the turn signal and the parking lamp for the grille. Now also tied into this is this as well. This is for the side marker. So it usually goes into a lens that looks like this. It's connected like that. That's for your side marker. This is mounted on the fender. There's one on the left and one on the right. This here also will blink when the turn signal is applied. So how is it wired? Well, let's first take a look at how this comes to us. So this bulb here, this is the main turn signal bulb on your Jeep. There's two of them. And when you buy this brand new, it comes with two wires coming out of the housing, a red and a black. And in the plug portion, there's another wire, a blue wire, sometimes a green wire, sometimes any color really. And this here is for your marker light here. I'll show you how I wire this in. I don't like this plug because it's not waterproof, so I typically cut the plug off and use a different version that's more watertight. If we take a look at these wires here, these wires are both 12 volt positive wires. One wire is going to be your blinker wire. The other wire is going to be your parking lamp wire. So when you have your parking lamps on or your headlights on, you're going to get this to light up. Sorry, I got a computer here. I want to keep it lit or on. So the bulb that's in the socket here looks like that. So I don't know if you can see, there's two filaments in there. One, when it's on, is kind of, it's on but it's not bright, and the other one's really bright. So that the one that's not going to be very bright is going to be your parking lamp. The other one's going to be your bulb. And how it works is there's two contacts on this. They're both positive contacts. And then the base, the brass base here, is your ground. How it works on this headlight assembly is these are the two positive contacts that make connections here at the end. Your ground is the housing itself. So typically what's done is your housing's connected to your body of your Jeep, which is typically grounded. I personally run a grounding strap specific to one of these studs, so I know for a fact that it's going to ground properly. So how does it work and how is it wired in? So I have one that's wired in. I'm going to set this one aside over here. I'm going to pull this one up here. So here's one that's been wired together. How is it wired together? I'm also going to have a schematic that shows this. So it's taped right now, but the black and the white, or black and the red wire are in this tape bundle. Typically the red wire, and you can double check this, and now I will show you how to double check this. Actually, I'll show you how to do it right now. How do you know which wire is which? How do you know if one's your turn or one's the parking? I'll show you right now. So if we take this one right here, I'm going to cut this plug right off of it. I don't like it. Don't use it. I'm going to tell you right now, probably 99% of the time, the red wire is going to be your turn wire, or your blinker wire. This wire right here that I'm connecting is going to be a ground. I'm just going to wrap it around the stud here. Doesn't need to be very tight. I'm going to I got battery right here. This is negative on the battery. Okay. If we touch, make sure I get halfway decent connection to I'm gonna hold that right there. Alright, we touched this one, the black wire. See how it's dim? I know in the camera it looks bright, but it's actually dim. If I touch the red wire, see how much brighter it is? That right there, the red wire, that's your blinker wire. So that's how you kind of figure that out. Alright, so how does it get wired in? Okay. Here we are. We have our marker wire, we have our marker wire right here. And we have our front grille parking light turn signal right here. Basically what's been done here is I put in a new style plug. This is a waterproof plug, really nice. You know, it's got seal on and everything. That's all that really is. What this is the red wire is spliced into the red wire here. It's also spliced into, and it doesn't matter, in this case it's the brown wire on the marker. The black wire is spliced into this black wire from this socket, and also the black wire is spliced into the black wire on the marker. It's important that you have the red wire here and the red wire here, right, or else it won't work very well. So how does it work? So let's take our ground. So pretend this is connected to the body of the Jeep. Just connect it like this. Okay. And so let's pretend that we have the parking lamps on. The headlights are on, or the parking lamps are on right now. Alright? That's what it will look like. We have this one on, and your side lamp is on. That's great. So the question, how does this one light up? So I'm going to have a detailed description of how that's working. Basically what's happening is you're providing power through the black wire. The black wire in here is our parking lamp filament. And the black wire connects to this as well. Well, how does this get grounded? Right now it's using the red wire to ground itself back to this light. Now let's apply the blinker. So the blinker is usually pulses. Here I get the connection. So that's what the blinker would do. And I have a description of what's happening here. So when I apply the red wire, I'm applying another 12 volts to the big light, which has a second filament in it that lights up. That red wire originally was grounding itself in this format through this to light this up. When we apply a voltage to that red wire, this circuit is open now, meaning it can't light up. Okay. Alright, so that's kind of how that works. Now if you wire it backwards, so say you wire it in this way, this is lit and this isn't lit, and now you apply voltage, only the side marker would work. Don't want that.